Welcome aboard the Wedding Empires podcast with yours truly, Jac Ben, where we plunge into the depths of creativity, entrepreneurship, and the love-infused world of weddings. Each episode, we're going to unpack strategies, insights, and stories that empower you to craft the wedding business of your dreams. Welcome to the Wedding Empires podcast.
And welcome back to episode 1 of season 4, Wedding Empires. How exciting. And I can't believe it. It's still here.
I know. And I'm coming to you live from the Big Brother house, apparently.
That's literally what it looks like.
What it looks like. No, it's great to be back. I'm looking forward to season 4, and we've got a very special guest.
We do. Now, hopefully I can say her surname correctly. I've been practicing. I know it's sort of like CSI, the show, kind of, but don't kill me, Alida. Alida
Alida Silify.
Szilfai. Yes. It's like, all right. Look, she's Hungarian. She's got a beautiful name. I just am really terrible at pronouncing. How are you, darling?
Fine, and I'm honored to be here with you today. So thank you.
Today, we're going to be diving into how to become the go-to wedding professional for international couples. Alida's going to share her top strategies, challenges, and success stories from her journey as an Eastern European wedding planner, working with clients worldwide. She's also going to give us some insider tips on building trust with couples from different cultures, managing logistics from afar, and positioning yourself as the sought-after expert in the destination wedding market. So, Alida, I know that you're one of our students at the Wedding Academy, so I'm quite familiar with your work, and you absolutely established yourself in your market in Hungary. Can you share with Ben and I your journey, sort of how you got into wedding planning, and I guess what inspired you to focus on international weddings? Fantastic. And what makes Hungary and Eastern Europe a unique destination for weddings?
It's a very nice question.
I've never been to Hungary. Have you? Have you been?
No, I haven't. No, I've previously skydived with a few people that were from Hungary, and I've been introduced to the cuisine a little bit, but I haven't actually been there. But it's being in Europe like that. Everything is so close, and you can obviously go all different places in Europe. And it's interesting that pricing is so different between obviously Hungary and the UK. So it's really handy, I guess, to be able to just jump over into another country and have a totally different take on the wedding and totally different cuisine and totally different experience, which is really cool.
So I guess, so being a destination planner, a lot of your dealing with your clients is not face-to-face, it's remote. How do you find that? I'm sure that's got its own challenges. Yeah, I got used to it. When I had my business, I did destination weddings in New Caledonia, which is about 2 hours, well, depending on where you are in Australia, about 2 to 3 hours flight. And I was very familiar with the locations, and I think it's handy. Like, I went in and not only did my research on all the venues and things like that, but I went to all the hotels. I saw all the different room types. I saw, places where they can go and eat dinner at a restaurant. There's so much more to think about, I think, when everybody's coming in from another place. You've really got to think about it, all the elements of the holiday, really, isn't it? Yeah, wow. Like buying a house with a virtual inspection.
Alida, working with couples from all over the world, has that changed your approach to how you plan weddings and the different cultures and that sort of thing? Yeah. I have a friend who's a photographer in Budapest, and some of the photos that I see that he creates, really strange angles and really close to the couple and like in the middle of the ceremony and that sort of thing. And it's something that as a photographer here, I wouldn't be able to get away with, because the priest or the minister would tell me to move. So it's obviously very different what the ceremonies and how everything is planned and executed over there.
I was just going to say, so what would be some tips on how you were able to establish yourself as a trusted planner for people looking at getting married in Hungary? How did you build that reputation for yourself? Okay. Ben?
I was going to...
You had that look.
You get to see I had that look in my eyes. For for wedding professionals now, so shifting from the clients, brides and grooms, to wedding professionals, what advice would you give a wedding professional who was looking to expand into that destination market? And how does that wedding professional, like, what advice would you give someone who wants to build that market and step into that genre?
Love that.
Jac, I could see a collaboration with you and Alida with a 2-day event in Hungary.
No, I was thinking that. Alida, have you seen on my spam about my 2-day wedding planning certification? Are we going to bring it to Hungary? Oh, okay. So we might see you there. I'm just looking for an excuse to visit Budapest and have you show me around, really. It looks amazing because I'm always interested in the geeky stuff. What systems do you use? So give me your top 5 software or systems that you use in your business all the time. I agree. Yes, everything's on my screen. I'm different.
I love that, Alida. I love that. I do that too.
Yeah, I'm all about automation. I love our planner, but I had to do a lot of customizing in terms of, their checklists and their run sheets and things like that. I absolutely made our own and we just reuse that template. So you can customize that. What do you reckon, Alida, is the most common concerns that international couples have when they're planning a destination wedding? Why did they choose Hungary? What was the connection?
That leads to a really good question as well. Like, obviously, you've got different languages to deal with as a destination wedding planner, but how do you navigate language barriers and also time differences and time sort of different time zones and stuff like that? Yeah. I always get confused when it comes to time zones because I'm doing Zoom calls with Japan or the US or something like that. What's your favorite website, software or whatever to help you navigate time zones? Yeah.
Just wanted to add something that also I think is really specific to destination wedding planners is you're almost like the local tour guide as well, in that your knowledge is you need to have a Rolodex of everything, of not just your suppliers and all of that, but who's a good hairdresser? Where can I get my pants altered? Where can I, how can I get a minibus for 10 people? Those kind of questions that get flung at you. You really have to be that, I guess, if there's people that want to move from being a wedding planner into a destination wedding planner, you really have to spend the time to get to know that destination and build your Rolodex of a million different services and contacts. Would you agree? Yeah. I think it's great advice. Ben, have you got your famous question?
I do. Alida, if you walked outside today and ran into an 18-year-old version of yourself, what advice would you give yourself to ensure your success knowing what you know now?
Yeah, I love that.
Thank you. I love that. I agree with that too.
So, Ben, back yourself.
Yes, I will. I'll take Alida's advice and I will back myself.
Alida, it's been a pleasure spending this time with you. If anyone's got clients that want to get married in Hungary or would like some advice on being a destination wedding planner, go and look up Alida. She does teach wedding planning. Her website is alidawedding.com/EN for English. I will put the links in the show notes. You can also find her on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Now, the students at the Wedding Academy get to see this video nice and early and live. So if you are keen to see Ben in his floral shirt and me in my pink Gorman metallic shirt more often, then you need to come and join us at the Wedding Academy. And the website for that is weddingacademyglobal.com. Ben, anything to add?
Yes. No, I'm just going to sit here and nod and smile.
Yeah, I usually cut him off. Thanks, Alida. It was wonderful.
Alida. Thank you, Alida. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Okay,
This episode of Wedding Empires is brought to you by the Wedding Academy, where you can start and grow your wedding business. We offer certificate courses, group coaching programs, and a whole heap of templates and worksheets and things to help you get started and grow your wedding business. For more information, visit weddingacademyglobal.com. And don't forget to use your 5% discount code PODCAST when checking out.